Greetings, Cyberdogs and citizens of the Interbubs. This is Rendog coming at you in another Minecraft episode from the HermitCraft server. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to our dragon base on Hermit Island, where at the end of the last episode, we started working on this rather strange zigzagging monstrosity of a flower farm that is designed to feed our fireworks factory with a whole bunch of tasty dyes for the production of some epic fireworks for the server. We made some pretty decent progress on this bad boy last time, and I thought for today's episode, we'd settle into a little bit of crafting and attempt to turn this thing, which has got a kind of oriental feel to it already, into something that will fit nicely into our dragon base aesthetic. So get yourself a tasty beverage and a crunchy snack, my dudes. Let's place some frickin' blocks up in this business. And for those of you who missed the last episode, here's a quick recap of what we're trying to achieve with this very weird project. Our dragon base is situated in the heart of a flower biome, which means that with a bit of ingenuity, we are able to farm for ourselves a tonnage of different flower types that we can process into different dyes for fireworks a little bit later on. Now, the interesting thing about a flower biome is that the flowers don't grow randomly throughout the biome as you might think. In fact, different flowers grow in specific parts of a flower biome, which means we need to cover as much ground as possible with our farm to maximize the number of different flowers that we can get from the farm. And that is exactly what this contraption is designed to do. We bone meal platforms of grass all the way down these zigzagging canals, which cover a huge surface area of this flower biome. And then we use a bit of redstone auto magic to flush all that fabulous flora into the main delivery aqueduct of our fireworks factory for processing later on. I should also point out that yes, this is not the most efficient way to farm flowers, and I know there are a ton of better designs out there. But my dudes, on this channel, we do things a bit differently. I'm not the best at redstone, and I do get a little bit of help from my fellow hermits and watching some videos on YouTube, but what I like to do is to try and come up with my own redstone designs for things, rather than just copying someone else's design. And you know what? If it's not the best redstone in the world, it doesn't really matter to me. This often means, though, that we have to do things a little less efficiently from a redstone perspective, but for me, it's all about how it looks rather than how it works. Renstone. It ain't purty, but it works. Now, as always in Minecraft, a farm like this comes with some problems. The major one being that these canals are a serious breeding ground for mobs. So in today's time-lapse, let's get this farm lit up properly, and I want to tell you a little bit of good news that is happening to me in my real life. Now, for those of you guys who've been watching me for a while, you'll know that I've got quite a few brothers in my real life, and I have a brother who is 2 years younger than me that currently lives in Canada. He sent me a message last night saying that he is coming to visit me at the end of this month, and he's going to come and stay with me for a couple of days. And my friends, I am super excited about my brother's visit because it's been about 5 years since my brother came to see me in England. And the last time he came to visit me, I was living in an absolutely horrible, tiny, scrabby little apartment in London. Back then, he was still living in South Africa, and the poor guy had to take a massive flight to come and visit me, and, well, all I could offer him to sleep on was a very old and uncomfortable couch. Now that I'm renting a spiffy new house, this time around, I can actually offer my brother a comfy bed to sleep in this time. And I'm just really excited for him to see how far I've come since the last time we were together here in England. I'm not entirely sure what we're going to do. We'll probably end up just playing a whole bunch of computer games and doing a little bit of traveling, but it's going to be absolutely freaking sweet, my dudes. Oh, that reminds me, I still need to get a blanket and some pillows for the guest room, so it looks like the Rendog got a real-life adult mission for this week. My fellow Minecrafters from all over the world, I have been staring at my screen now for about 20 minutes, and I gotta be honest, I have no idea what to do with this build. This is what happens when one goes into a Minecraft project without a plan. Usually, I'm pretty good when it comes to planning builds. You know, I have my own creative world and I usually plan stuff out there before I build it on the HermitCraft server. But this particular little project that we're working on, we came up with on a live stream, and well, at the moment I'm just trying to figure out exactly what the heck this building is. I've been experimenting with a couple of columns over here that are holding up the zigzags. This could be a thing. I've also been working on a potential staircase that could go all the way around to the top. I've got some bubble vapor foundations in here. That might be a good way to get us up to the flushing mechanism up there. But guys, I gotta be honest, I'm gonna have to spend a couple of hours, I think, just placing down some blocks, trying to figure out exactly what the heck this building does. I guess a good place to start would be figuring out where we get into this facility from, right? And, well, as far as I can tell, the only way we can get in here consistently would be in between these two delivery aqueducts. And that means we'll need to create some sort of a staircase, I suppose, that comes up from the delivery aqueduct there into this thing. And it does look like we're going to have a lot of arches and walls and all sorts of things. Dudes, give me a couple hours. Let me see if I can figure this thing out. Cyber dogs from all over the world. I've got some good news and I've got some bad news. The bad news is I spent about 3 hours yesterday on this monstrosity of a build. And as you can see, my brain has hit a brick wall. I have no idea what I am doing with this build. At first I thought maybe we could make some spires or something, turn this thing into some sort of a higgledy-piggledy castle of some kind, but man, after about 3 hours of just placing blocks aimlessly, I kind of ran out of juice. I turned off my computer and I didn't think about it for the rest of the afternoon. The good news is, I woke up this morning and I've had a bit of an epiphany. I've got an idea that I think might salvage this really disastrous build over here. Guys, take a look at this screenshot that I found on Google. Boop! Looking pretty good, right? I'm thinking that because we're working with quite a rectangular castle build here, we could potentially transform this thing into a much more traditional Japanese castle style and get away from whatever the heck it is that I am trying to make over here. So with that being said, guys, it's a brand new day and we've got a brand new plan. I'm going to try and get rid of all of these very strange spire designs that I've made over here. We're going to go back to the drawing board on this sucker and we're going to try and get our flower farm looking a little bit more like the Dragondog dojo down there. And I'm thinking instead of a red roof, maybe we go for a dark prismarine roof here, right? We clean up all of these spires, we get this thing looking nice and symmetrical, and we start working on some nice oriental looking type roofs. However, we got a problem. I don't have any dark prismarine, and I've had a chat to Iskal85. He's happy to help us out with the prismarine, and I guess next steps, let's head over to Iskal's base, pick up some dark prismarine, and let's see if we can fix this disaster over here. Jeez. And that's Minecraft for you sometimes, isn't it, guys? So easy sometimes, yet so difficult at others. Well, at least I got a fresh cup of tea. Let's do this thing, baby. You know, every time I come out here to Iskal's base, it gets a little bit more crazy, doesn't it, guys? What the heck is our favorite Swedish potato up to out here, man? This Mushroom Island is pretty insane. It's like a mad professor lives out here or something. Anyway, step one to getting a bunch of dark prismarine for our Japanese castle, guys, begins right here at what I would say is the best Guardian farm on the HermitCraft server right now. This is Iskal's Guardian Farm of Doom, and it is amazing. Look at this. Look how many Guardians are getting spawned here in these two chambers. Oh man, it kind of reminds me of like a coffee percolator or something. I guess we're making a bunch of Guardian juice. There is something very satisfying about watching these Guardians plummet to their death, my dudes. Does that make me weird? Yeah, yes, Red, that definitely makes you weird. Right, let's figure out where the prismarine stash is. I think it's down on the second floor over here. Yes, let's go down this bubble vapor, and yep, here it is. Look at all of these beautiful, beautiful chests. Oh, what an absolute magnificent build Iskal has put together out here. Good job, Iskal. Absolutely insane. One day, maybe I'll grow up and make my own Guardian farm. But for now, we're just going to make use of Iskal's. And Iskal gave me permission earlier on today. So big thank you to you, Iskal. And he said we can take as much prismarine as we want. So let's fill up 4 transport shulker boxes over here, guys. And then we can get some ink, make some dark prismarine, and make a Japanese castle. Now we be cooking with Guardian gas, diggity dogs. 4 shulker transport boxes filled to the brim with prismarine, and now all we need is some ink to turn it into dark prismarine. And I think Sahara does sell ink. Yep, 9 stacks of ink sackage for 1 diamond a pop. Yeah, that's pretty cheap. Although, as you guys probably know, in the last episode, I dumped every single diamond that I had into the prize pool for Speedy Pines. So, we're just going to have to hold our paws and hope that there's been some profits here in Big Log so that we can buy some ink. Let's fly down into the log. Oh my goodness, there's a skeleton customer. Oh, isn't that cute? But it's wrong! Looks like the luck of the Ender Gods are with us today, guys. We have indeed made a couple of log sales this week. Amazing. Last week we didn't sell a single log, but this time around it looks like, yes, we sold 18 freaking log stacks. Amazing. Big log profits in the belly, guys, and let's blow it all on Sahara. 9 stacks of ink, please, Sahara, if you will. Oh, geez, I think we're not actually using Sahara very well here, but we can't actually buy more than 9 stacks of items at a time, so let's make sure we don't do that. And we got a whole bunch of nuggets coming out from somewhere, which is great. We'll suck those up. Oh, that's the jackpot of doom. Ooh, so if we buy stuff, we can use the jackpot. Oh, this has turned into a very good day here, my friends. A very good day indeed. Right, let's pay for our ink over there, and let's wait for our ink sackages. You know what, guys? Every single time I shop at Sahara, I am so ridiculously impressed by how amazing this system actually is, although I think I just derped up something real fierce there. Did I just drop the ink into Sahara? Hello, is this Sahara customer support?
This is Sahara customer support. Hi.
Hi.
How may we be of service?
Hi there. Listen, great shop, but I've got a bit of a problem.
It's fantastic, yeah.
Yeah, I've had a bit of an issue. I ordered 9 ink sackages. I got 9 nug eyes, 4 receipts, 3 saccage eyes. So
sorry, sir. The connection, your connection to this call is pretty bad.
Hello?
Could you make sure to stay on the line after the call and
Hello?
give us a customer rating?
Oh,
please. Hello?
Hi.
Hi.
I bought 9 ink saccage eyes.
This is Iskal. Who's this?
Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Hello?
Oh, hi, Ren. Yo, what's up?
Hi. Hi there.
How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good.
Nice. Sweet.
So
we must hang out sometime, dude.
Yeah. Sweet. Gaming tonight? You in?
Gaming tonight.
All right.
In.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, good talk. Sweet.
Perfect.
All right. Bye.
I'll talk to you tonight then.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye. Hi there, Mr. Pig. Yes, hi. Listen, I wouldn't recommend hashtag shopping at Sahara just at the moment. There's a couple of technical difficulties. I do believe that head technician Escal85 is going to come and fix it, but I suggest you get your disgusting rotten butt back into your hellhole from whence you spawned, because no business here at the moment for you, my friend. Also, take a shower, man. Jeez. Well, my dudes, let's be honest. It was probably me that broke Sahara. Yes, I'm going to take the blame for this one. Pretty sure I messed up the ordering process, but I've been on the customer support line with Iskal. He's going to come and help us out here, and we're going to be collecting another 6 stacks of ink sackages from Sahara eventually, but I am kind of excited about the jackpot chance. I think what we do is we dump the Sahara tokens in here, and there is a chance that we get a jackpot out of this thing. Not entirely sure. I think it's going to spit it at us. Hold on. Those are going in. Ooh, we got an emerald. Nice. Is that it? We just got an emerald. One lonely emerald. Oh, man. That kind of makes me want to shop at Sahara more. This is genius marketing, Sahara. Jeez, what are you doing to my wallet, guys? I gotta be honest, guys, this is my first project in Season 6 that has really stumped me. Something fierce, baby. I don't know why, but I'm kind of struggling with this particular design. And, well, last night I decided to do a live stream, and about 400 of you guys joined me for 5 hours. And we came to this little design over here. We managed to set up a whole bunch of green foundation blocks, and what we managed to decide is that instead of working with the zigzagging patterns over here, we are literally just going to build a box around the flower farm, okay? We're going to cover up the monstrosity of the build with a massive, beautiful Japanese castle. The flower farm will be on the inside, and the outside will literally just be a facade. We even managed to throw together a professional blueprint for this castle. Look at this thing, my dudes. That's what I'm talking about. Professional Minecrafter right here. Look, I know a 5-year-old could have probably done a better job at that drawing than me, but guys, at least we now have a plan. A massive thank you to everybody who came out for the stream last night. You guys got my creative juices flowing, and this morning I woke up bright and early, jumped onto my creative world, and I decided that we're going to take this project by the horns and we're going to figure out exactly what this building should look like. And there she is, my dudes, in all of her creative test world glory. Finally, after squeezing creative blood out of a stone for the last week or so, I have come up with a design that I think is going to be perfect for our flower farm out there at our dragon base. We're on our creative test world. I've been on here all morning long. It's taken me about 4 hours or so to come up with this design, but I thought instead of messing around, going back and forth with designs on the server, let's get an actual design done here in creative and see if we can move it across to the server. I think that's going to be the best way to go. And, well, I'm very happy with how this has turned out. We're going with 3 primary blocks here. We have dark prismarine, we have stripped birch logs, and, of course, we have all of the different type of dark oak wood logs and trapdoors and planks and whatnot. And those 3 block types together have created a rather spiffy block palette, in my opinion. I think this is looking absolutely beautiful, and I am hyped to get this thing built on the server. Finally, I've been waiting for some creative inspiration to kick in, and my dudes, it's happening. Let's get the sucker onto the HermitCraft server. It's the start of yet another day in real life for the Rendog, my friends, and the epic odyssey that is this project continues. The good news is, last night in the shower, I had a freaking epiphany, baby. And, well, that sounds like a bit of good news, but it was actually very bad news for me. You see, what I realized was that our original flower farm was way too close to the Dragondog dojo, and that's why we were having so much trouble building the foundations of our Japanese castle. So I got out of the shower, made myself a cup of tea, and I spent the entire evening rebuilding the flower farm 5 blocks this way, and of course getting up all of these foundational pillars of dark oak wood loggage. Now, moving the farm back has meant that we are now spilling over into the ocean with this build, and at some point we're going to have to rebuild this cliff face over here. But that is totally fine, my friends, because as you can see, we're actually making progress with the project. Oh, baby, look at that. We got a roof in, we got a wall in, and I've finally managed to isolate all of the dimensions for the castle. It's starting to feel real good out here, guys. And I am up again early this morning. Got a fresh cup of tea ready to go for today. Give me 1 second, man. I need a sip of this beverage. That's what I'm talking about. And I will not rest today until the front of our castle is done. You know something, my fellow Minecrafters from all over the world? I think that there is a life lesson that can be learned from a project like this. Sometimes in this beautiful game of Minecraft, or life, we have a vision that just doesn't seem to come together. We wake up every morning freshly inspired to get our project finished, and we hop onto our worlds and place blocks and break blocks and place more blocks, but by the end of the day, we're still stuck at the same spot where we started in the beginning. But as long as we wake up every morning with fresh motivation to place and break those blocks in our Minecraft project or in life, eventually our vision will come to fruition. And I guess the lesson is that in life, just like in Minecraft, with enough motivation and inspiration, we will get there, 1 block at a time. So while we compress about 2 hours of grind into a minute and a smidge of time-lapse footage, I wanted to tell you guys a bit of a funny story that happened to me this weekend. You may have seen it on the news already, but this weekend, the UK was hit with one of the biggest storms of the century, with winds in excess of 100 miles an hour in the north. Now, I live about 200 miles south from where the storm was at its worst, but I gotta tell you guys, this weekend I experienced some of the worst wind and weather that I have ever seen in England. And at one point, I thought that this new house I'm living in was gonna get blown the freak down. Anyway, on Sunday morning, I needed to take a walk to the corner store to get some milk, and as I left my house, I was absolutely horrified to see that my bins had been blown into the middle of the road, and all of my rubbish was strewn across the entire neighborhood. Now bear in mind, I've only lived here for about a month and a half or so, and during that time I have been trying to be a good neighbor. I even left some Christmas cards for the houses to the left and right of me, and you can imagine my horror when I left my house and saw my own rubbish all over my neighbor's front lawn and driveway. It was absolutely terrible, dudes. So I quickly ran back inside and got some bin bags, and I started to clean up the area around my house. As I started cleaning up the rubbish from the road, the door of my neighbor opened and I was in panic mode, my dudes. I was expecting my neighbor to start shouting at me, calling me the worst neighbor in the world, but the exact opposite happened. My neighbor was about to take his kids to school, but instead of that, they took some time out to come and help me pick up all of the rubbish. They went back into their own house, got some bin bags, and the four of us went to town cleaning up the neighborhood together. And you know what, guys? It's moments like that that make me really happy to be a human sometimes. You know, with all the craziness that's going on in the world, it's nice to know that there is also some goodness, even if it's just helping to clean up your neighbor's rubbish. And a week in real life later, we are finally cooking with gas up in here, my dudes. Whoo doggy. That is looking absolutely jazztastic. I gotta be honest though, guys. There was a moment this week that I almost gave up on this project. I was gonna scrap the episode, get myself a bunch of TNT, and blow this thing to smithereens and never look back. It almost happened, but I woke up every single morning determined to at least get to a point where we can feel inspired and hyped by this project, and I think we're there. Looking at this, I am extremely motivated to now finish off this entire castle. We've managed to do one side of the building. Of course, there are 3 more sides to do here, and of course we have a lot of work to do on the underside of this thing. But guys, we have made a huge breakthrough here at our flower factory of the Dragon Base, and I am very, very pleased with how this has turned out. A big thanks to all of the hermits on the server who helped me out with the resources for this build this week. I got a ton of prismarine from Iskall. I got a ridiculous amount of ink sacs from False Symmetry on live stream too, and without my fellow hermits' help, we could not finish this project. So thanks, hermits. I love your faces. But guys, unfortunately for today, we have run out of time in this episode. I'm probably going to be finishing this build off on stream and off camera. So next time we get together, we'll probably be working on the interior a little bit. And maybe we'll do a little bit of terraforming around the edge of this castle here too. But guys, I think I need to go for a walk outside. Hopefully none of my rubbish is on the road anymore. And I do hope you have enjoyed this episode. If you have, my dudes, please don't forget to smackety-smack the freaking like button like there is no tomorrow. And if you haven't subscribed yet, well, I'm disappointed. Please hit the freaking subscribe button so that you know when a new episode from the Diggity Dog comes out. My friends, thank you so much for watching. This is Diggity Dog signing out from one of the most painful projects I've ever worked on in my life, but very, very happy with it indeed. And my friends, we'll smell you all in the next episode. Derp?